Hello friends, in this video we'll see the factors affecting SN1 and SN2 mechanism. There are mainly three factors which are affecting on the SN1 and SN2 mechanism. The first is the nature of the substrate, second one is the nucleophilicity of the reagent, and third one is the polarity of the solvent. We'll see the first factor, that is nature of the substrate. Nature of the substrate. In these reactions, the alkyl halide is used as a substrate. So we have to think about the nature of alkyl halide. So we'll write different alkyl halides. Here methyl halide, ethyl halide is a isopropyl halide, and this is a tertiary butyl halide. Is a primary, is secondary, is tertiary. We'll see about the SN2 reaction first. In case of SN2 reactions, you know that the backside attack of CBr bond, or CX bond, we'll write here molecule as suppose this is the substrate and this is X. This is a substrate, this is alkyl halide. Then this CBX bond is partially polar, and this carbon is called alpha carbon. On this alpha carbon, the atoms or group of atoms attached, this must be lighter. That should not be bulky. If the bulky group is attached on this alpha carbon, then the attack of this OH does not take place on this carbon. Here there is a simultaneous bond formation and some bond breaking will be there. As this OH will be attack on this alpha carbon, the CX bond will be break. But when this attack takes place, if these groups must be lighter, this should not be bulky. मोटा group, बड़ा group नहीं होना चाहिए, एक छोटा group होना चाहिए. So this alpha carbon having 3 hydrogen. Here this alpha carbon, इसके ऊपर एक ही बल्की ग्रुप है, इसके ऊपर 2 बल्की ग्रुप है, इसके ऊपर 3 बल्की ग्रुप है. जितना बल्की ग्रुप्स अल्फा कार्बन के ऊपर बढ़ेगा, उतना बैकसाइड अटैक ऑफ दिस OH बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट. इसका इसके ऊपर अटैक नहीं होगा, क्योंकि बल्की ग्रुप यहाँ पे बढ़ेंगे तो देयर इज नो स्पेस अवेलेबल फॉर दिस OH टू अटैक ऑन इट. इसके ऊपर अटैक करने के लिए स्पेस नहीं मिलेगा जब एक यहाँ पे बल्की ग्रुप बढ़ेंगे. तो ऑब्वियसली द रेट ऑफ SN2 रिएक्शन विल बी डिक्रीजेस एज ऑन अल्फा कार्बन द क्राउडिंग इंक्रीजेस. क्राउडिंग इंक्रीजेस मतलब बल्की ग्रुप बढ़ेंगे यहाँ पे, तो ऑटोमेटिकली SN2 reactions, the rate of this SN2 reaction decreases. So in this case, this carbon is alpha carbon. यहाँ पे 3 हाइड्रोजन है. There is a lighter atoms or substituent. So these molecules are highly favorable for SN2 reactions. But as you go towards these tertiary halides, then the crowding on the alpha carbon increases. If the crowding increases, bulky group on the alpha carbon atom increases, then the rate of SN2 reaction will be decreases. This is about the SN2 reactions. If you want to write the relative, the rate of this SN2 reactions for these molecules, then this has a highly favorable reactions for SN2, and this is very less or least favorable. This alkyl halide, tertiary alkyl halide, is least favorable for this SN2 reactions, and this is the most favorable. Now for SN1 reactions. In case of SN1 reactions, as this SN1 reaction is proceed with formation of the carbocation intermediate. Means this is the halide, and after breaking this bond we will get this carbocation, and if this carbocation become more and more stable, then the SN1 reaction can be easily take place. So this, after breaking this bond, we will get methyl carbocation, and after breaking this we will get here this ethyl carbocation. After breaking this we will get here the secondary carbocation, and after breaking this CX bond we will get tertiary carbocation. So in this different carbocation, this is, you know, that highly stable carbocation, because here the 3 times plus I effect is present. 3 times these groups which donate electron density on this electron deficient carbon, here only 2 times electron donating groups is there, and which increase the electron density on this carbon. Here only 1 time plus I effect is there. Okay, and here there is no plus I effect. So this becomes highly unstable carbocation. So this becomes highly stable carbocation. So that's why the SN1 reaction can be favorable in this highly stable carbocation. Once this is formed, highly stable carbocation intermediate is formed, then the SN1 reactions is more favorable. Therefore, the SN1 reaction, the rate of SN1 reaction increases as the stability of this carbocation increases. So here tertiary carbocation is highly stable, so the SN1 reaction is more favorable in the tertiary alkyl halide, more favorable. Whereas if you think about the secondary alkyl halide, then the secondary alkyl halide from which we can get the mixed mechanism SN1 and SN2, or this is depend upon the reactions conditions, means what is the conditions of the reactions, based upon that we can decide whether the SN1 or SN2 reaction take place for this secondary alkyl halides. Now the second factor is the nucleophilicity. Second is the nucleophilicity of the reagent. Nucleophilicity of the reagent. In case of SN2 reactions, you know that the rate equation is K, molar concentration of this methyl halide and this OH minus I. Whereas SN1 reactions, the rate equation is rate law equations, or this is a chemical kinetic equations. This is a tertiary butyl halide. There is no OH minus N. See, in case of SN2, the rate is depend upon both concentration of this methyl halides and this nucleophile. That means here, as the stronger nucleophile is present, then the rate of SN2 reaction increases. For the SN2 reactions, the strong nucleophile is required. Whereas in case of SN1 reaction, it is independent on the nucleophile. यहाँ पे nucleophile नहीं है. So in the rate determining step, there is no nucleophile. That means the rate of SN1 reaction is not depend upon the nucleophile. Okay, so this is about the nucleophilicity of the reagents. The SN2 reactions is depend upon nucleophile. So stronger the nucleophile, the rate of SN2 reaction increases, and SN1 reactions is independent on the nucleophile. The last third point, that is the polarity of solvent. Polarity of solvent. You know that in case of SN1 reactions, this SN1 reaction which proceeds with formation of carbocation intermediate. formation of carbocation intermediate. And you know that the ionizing solvent which stabilizes the ion, the ionizing solvent which stabilizes the solvation, or we can consider this carbocation will be stabilized by the ionizing solvent. Simply means the polar solvent which stabilizes the ions. But here there are two types of the ions. One is the carbocation and another one is the nucleophile, means negative charge. Here this carbocation is relatively less, or the solvation of this carbocation is relatively less compared to the anion. Means cation is positive charge and anion means OH minus, which is a negative charge. So the solvation of this carbocation is relatively less, whereas solvation of the anion means what? Anion means here OH minus. So solvation of anion is important in this case in SN1 reactions. Why? Because just now we have seen in case of this rate equations K CH3 bracket thrice C X, in which the OH is not involved in this equation. That means the polar protic solvent is very important. If the polar protic solvent is used, then this OH can be easily solvated. OH can be easily solvated, is used in the solvation and is not available in this first step. That means as the polar protic solvent increases the rate of SN1 reactions, इसका सॉल्वेशन होगा तो ये अवेलेबल नहीं होगा. That means only this is present, and that's why the rate of SN1 reaction will be increases. As कब होगा? जब पोलर प्रोटिक सॉल्वेंट यूज होता है. पोलर प्रोटिक, इससे क्या होगा? इससे इसके साथ हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग होगा. पोलर प्रोटिक मीन्स इसमें प्रोटॉन है, सो हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग. Because of the hydrogen bonding, this OH becomes solvated, is not available in the first step. So as the polar protic solvent is used, this becomes solvated, and that's why the rate of SN1 reaction will be increases compared to aprotic solvent. Whereas in case of SN2 reactions, you know that rate equations, that is K CH3X molar concentration and molar concentration of OH minus. If the polar protic solvent is used, because of this polar protic solvent decreases the rate of SN2 reaction. कम होगा. क्यों कम होगा? This forms, as just now we have seen, this form hydrogen bonding. This OH can be solvated. This is stabilized by solvation. This is stabilized by solvation of protic solvent or polar protic solvent. If this is solvated, that means the concentration of this becomes less, decreases. As the concentration of this decreases, that means the rate of this SN2 reaction obviously decrease. That means we can conclude that the rate of SN2 reactions will be decreases when the polar protic solvent is used. So which condition is favorable for the SN2? See, SN2 reaction is favorable in a protic or less polar solvent. This is the favorable conditions. So SN2 reaction, this SN2 reaction is favorable in less polar or a protic solvent. Okay, that means in general the SN1 reaction is favorable in polar protic solvent compared to aprotic solvent, and SN2 reaction is favorable in less polar or aprotic solvent. Okay, thank you for this watching the video. Okay, thank you.